As a business owner and someone who wanted to get themselves in shape, I used to get so pissed off and feel anxious that I wasn't growing my business quick enough, and I also wasn't being able to look after myself because I wasn't seeing the results within my business that I wanted to. So as a result, I had no energy to look after myself, to go to the gym, to eat well, because I was so focused on trying to grow. And there was one thing that completely changed it for me, and I want to share with you exactly what that is, because if you are a business owner or a career-driven person and you're feeling that work is just taking over, then and you're then not able to put the energy back into yourself to feel great, to train, to look after yourself, to eat well, because work's just taken over, then this is going to be really, really useful. That one thing that I learned was that you cannot grow into pain. So what I mean by that is I've just had a new meeting with a new client, a really good guy, runs his own business in vehicle sourcing and deliveries, and you cannot grow into pain. If what you're trying to do from a work perspective of how you run your business, how you organise your work, the tasks you do, the roles and responsibilities that you have, also from a training and nutrition perspective, and with regards to improving your body and losing body fat, having a great shape, if what you're doing is creating psychological pain, i.e. it is uncomfortable and painful to do, you're not going to do it. You are going to hold yourself back subconsciously. You're likely not even aware that you're doing it at this point because it's causing you pain. And I want to share with you exactly what this used to look like for me in regards to my training, but also from a business perspective, because what I was trying to do was causing me psychological pain, and it was so uncomfortable. That was the thing that was stopping me from doing the work that I wanted to, because it was actually causing me a lot of discomfort, and subconsciously I was holding myself back, because if I then did more, I associated more work with more pain, and that's what was stopping me. So from a training perspective, I used to do ridiculous training sessions that I would train 5 times a week, 2 hours at a time, ridiculous amount of volume, 10 sets of 10 on multiple exercises, and I would be so exhausted and so knackered from doing that, but that was the only thing, that was what I thought I had to do, and I was then so sore and so exhausted, I ended up stopping doing it, because if I'd had a stressful day at work or just in life in general, then the last thing I wanted to do was go and do 10 sets of 10 on squats, for example. And because what I was trying to do, the training I was trying to force myself to do, was causing me psychological pain, I didn't enjoy it, and therefore fell out of love with it and ended up stopping training and had no consistency for any period of time. From a business perspective, I run my own online coaching business, helping business owners and career-driven people avoid burnout at work and feel in the best physical and mental shape of their life, so that they can enjoy their work, they can show up at their best, but then they can have the energy back to look after themselves properly, and to actually focus on other areas of their life as well. And from a work perspective, what I was doing, the business model I did, I worked with everyone one-to-one, and I had no systems or any sort of process or plan or structure set up. So I was just basically reacting and responding to everyone's issues, and it felt like I was putting out fires all the time. And even at the time I had maybe 20, 25 clients, I was so disorganized. I kept thinking, I need more, if I add more clients and then I'll be further on in business, but I never got those clients. And the reason why is because I wasn't doing the work, because if I had taken on more clients, with how I was running it, it was causing me so much stress, so much anxiety. It was causing psychological pain. That is the thing that was holding me back. So until I changed that, there was no way I was ever going to grow my business, because the method and the way in which I was doing stuff was causing me pain. The reason I'm sharing that with you, and as a result, I burnt myself out 3 times, felt incredibly anxious. Like, I remember a new client signing up, and I used to, that's usually an incredible, joyous occasion, really exciting. Like, I've literally just come from a new client meeting, and the feeling's very different, really excited, inspiring conversation, great fit client. And the difference was, if I rewind, I think it was about 4 or 5 years ago, I took on this new client and I felt so anxious and so stressed. I was sat on the sofa with my head in my hands, thinking, what the hell is wrong with me? It was horrendous. And all of this came from me doing stuff, organising my work in a way that was creating stress, in a way that was creating psychological pain. And what my biggest lessons was that you can't grow into pain. Like, until I changed it and realised, actually, I need to have some more processes in place. I can't just react to everyone. I need to actually lead people. I need to save myself a bit of work. I need to give people things to get on with, instead of them being completely reliant on me getting back to them. I need to have other things, other ways in which people can take value through trainings and resources, and actually having a structured system to follow. And that's what I changed. And when I started organising myself better, and I started organising my knowledge better, I started seeing much better results with my clients. And that all came from me making a system that worked much better for me, that was enjoyable. So if I look now at, where I am in life and business and how I feel on a day-to-day basis, it's worlds apart. My business has grown, my lifestyle that's allowed me to have a house, have a nice car, and just have freedom to, work the hours that I want, to make a real impact on clients. Like, I have people who they say, you've completely transformed my life. You've saved my life. You've saved my marriage, my relationship, my business, all of these things, because I decided to change it. And I realized that I was the person who was holding myself back, because the thing, I was making choices and running my business and running my work in a way that was causing me pain. Okay, so that was the big realization for me. I asked myself, like, how do I want to feel on a day-to-day basis? How do I want things to run? And the clearer I got on that and realised actually what I'm doing was completely unsustainable. I'd already burnt myself out multiple times. Do I really want to do it again? I just thought, no, I don't want to do it again. And what I changed was organising myself better, organising my work and my business better, getting clearer on actually how I wanted to feel on a daily basis. Okay, and that is what I did. And then now, my business has grown massively. My quality of life has improved massively. I'm making a better impact with clients because I'm showing up with a better energy, all because I changed things. And now the process that I use doesn't cause me pain. I enjoy it. It's not overwhelming. It makes an impact and it works. So it doesn't cause me pain, so I'm not psychologically holding myself back from, like for me, I never used to post. I used to be scared to post, not because I couldn't help, but because the system I was using and the way I was organising my business and my work was so stressful. And if you think, what I want you to think about is, if you are running your own business, if you are at work or you're trying to get in shape, and the things that you've tried in the past are super stressful. You have to literally, there's so much friction for you to do it. You hate it. You're thinking, when can I have a day off? Okay, if you're doing those things, like, that is causing you stress. No wonder you're not motivated to do the work, because you hate it, because it's causing you a lot of psychological stress. Okay, you cannot do that long term. It's impossible. You absolutely cannot do it. So you are going to carry on doing that unless you change it to something that doesn't create this psychological stress. You will continue to subconsciously hold yourself back in what you're doing because you cannot grow into pain. Okay, I wanted to jump on and share that because that, honestly, when I realized that and I changed how I was organizing myself, how I was running my business, how I was communicating and leading my clients, I realized actually I needed to change that. That is when everything changed for the better, because I wasn't holding myself back. I wasn't creating stress for myself that didn't need to be there. And just check out the view here. How nice is that? Look at that. Just walked along there. Beautiful. But that is the big takeaway. So I hope you found that useful. I hope you can resonate. If you're a business owner, if you are a career-driven person, if you're trying to get yourself in shape and it's not working currently, do not freak out, okay? Have a look at what you're doing, and if it is causing you, God, the hair looks good. If it is causing you psychological pain and you're thinking, when can I have a day off? It's a massive chore for you to do it. It's likely causing you psychological pain. So until you change that so that it works better for you and it allows you to feel how you want to feel, you're going to continue to hold yourself back, and you're going to subconsciously not do the work. You're not going to post the content that you need to do. You're not going to go and do the training session that you need to do. You're not going to eat the food because you hate it. If you don't like what you're doing, why on earth would you feel motivated to do the work? Why would you? You're not going to feel motivated. So you cannot grow into pain. I hope that was useful. If you did find that useful, I'd love for you to drop a little comment around what stood out for you the most. Also, if you'd like a free guide of how you can get yourself organised, start, making things work better for you so that you're not trying to grow into pain, then I've got a free guide. The link is in the description. It's a 3-part series called How to Get Your Shit Together and Stay in Shape for Life. And if you're a business owner, a career-driven person, and you want to get yourself in shape and you feel that work is taken over, then that's going to be incredibly useful for you. So feel free to grab that and the link in the description. I hope you found that useful, and I'll see you in the next video.